Welcome back. It's Friday, the 25th of July. It's Art Night today. We're going to talk about a lot of things. First off, well, today we're going to obviously hit the news, the copy of news of the week. What's good, what's bad, what's happening. Then we're going to move into what has turned into a weekly discussion about AI, the
Yep.
impacts of the industry, and that's a great subject anyway. There's like a jillion things going on with AI. And then we'll swerve into robotics because there's an overlap with our industry and that industry, and it's very relevant and it's nascent, which means new. And then along the way, we'll probably have something else we'll talk about, but that's basically it. We'll check into what's going on around the world and all sorts of good stuff. So let's dive right into the news. Let's see. Copier court battles. You guys are gonna love this one.
Oh, which one is that?
Oh, you got to hear this. I'm serious. It's like, all right. So another dealer's going. Here's where we're talking. Corporate copier court battles. Another dealer goes private. Right.
Right.
Xerox cuts check after 13 years related to another court case, and robots are walking among us. Right. Okay. So Dex Imaging. Yeah,
Right.
they're getting double teamed in court right now. DME Imaging has filed a lawsuit accusing Dex of stealing trade secrets and poaching employees.
Really?
If it sounds familiar, that's because this comes while Dex is still going after Impact Networking on a separate legal case, but
For
almost
the
the
same
same
thing.
things. Yeah,
Oh, crap.
it's anyway. It's like you can't. Who was that one show with Kirk was in it? Denny and Boston Legal. Funny. Um, So that's what's happening there. That's gonna keep an eye out for that. But then here's another, and I didn't know this just about a few hours ago. Usherwood, you know those guys, right?
Who?
Usherwood, pretty
Yeah,
large
I'm
cop. Yeah,
familiar with them. Yeah.
yeah. Another domino falls. Usherwood Office Technologies has been acquired by a private equity firm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, haven't heard that in a million years, have we?
Yeah, but you also haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's a long growing list, but most of of those private equity takeovers or whatever mergers are at their 5 to 7 year. Hey, where's our money at stage? So the scuttlebutt was, well, they're going to start dumping or doing whatever they got to do. Didn't think I'd hear of anyone getting back into it. So there it is. That's cool. And then Xerox. Okay, 13 years. That's how long Xerox has been in a legal fight over wages. And do you remember that? I do
I
remember. It's like,
saw that. Yeah.
yeah. They agreed to pay $9.1 million to settle the case. All right, about unpaid overtime and misclassified workers. Ignore the labor law, and the bill will eventually come due. 13 years that thing's been going on.
Wow. Well,
I know it's
what an
nuts.
attorney bill that must have been, huh?
I know. It's 1 point whatever million in settlement. Jeez. Lawyers are going to get 80% of that. So, all right. Um, here's another 1.3 million humanoids by the year 2035. So
I
this is,
saw
yeah, you
that.
did? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Bernard Marr, he says we'll see 1.3 million used by 2035, not just warehouse jobs or janitors, but human-shaped robots, humanoids, in retail, in logistics, and even caregiving. Now, caregiving, that's been a real big uh, uh, area of interest for the humanoid robotics, especially in other countries like Japan, for elderly and things like that. And it is a perfect fit. Doesn't, as long as the robot doesn't fall on anyone. But it does all the stuff around the house that's tough for elderly folk to do. It's there, right? So if something goes wrong, it can notify authorities or whomever. So anyway, 1.3 million humanoids by 2035. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Falls within what we're looking at. And then let's see. And finally, the bots are writing now. Oh, you love this. Greg Walters, yes, me, published a new piece over at Imaging Channel exploring how language models are changing copier sales. Actually, I think it's my second edition of this whole thing.
Right.
Um, and it's pretty cool. Check it out, the Imaging Channel. I don't know how that made it into the news feed, but it did. Um, that's a look at what's shaking up the industry from my standpoint. Pretty cool though, huh? I mean, 13 years for the Xerox thingy, and then Usherwood going private.
Yeah,
It's just a
image thing has
nutty.
been going on forever.
Yeah. What yeah, what do you
Usherwood
got?
is surprising, right?
Yeah. Yeah, real surprising. I'm surprised that anyone's doing it. I expect at any time to hear, one of these big guys have been busted up and what was that Wall Street phrase? So and so loves blue something. The guy would
How
come in
big
and
are
buy the
they? Do you know?
I do not. I used to. It's not they're on the ENX list. I know that much. I
Managed
think
print, managed IT, managed communications.
where are they out of, Art? You got them up.
Um, I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Midwest? No, Syracuse, New York.
Oh. Huh. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Also, locations is interesting.
Yeah, how many do they have? Quite a few, I think.
Wow, wow, wow.
Pretty big, huh?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19 locations covering New York, Mass, Vermont, Connecticut, New Hampshire,
Wow.
Rhode Island. That's,
Rhode Island.
they probably cover the entire state, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, New Hampshire. So most of the locations are in state of New York.
Hmm. Interesting.
But hell, 19 locations? They've got to be up there in revenue size.
Yeah, I could look it up, but I'm not going to. But yeah, they are
Oh, you know what's interesting?
pretty big. Yeah.
There's nothing on their site
Oh, really?
unless you dig deeper. Actually, you can't tell what brands they carry for copiers.
Well, that's interesting. Yep, they've got a 19 locations.
Yeah.
Because that grew through M&A, so they purchased. Interesting.
Yeah. Voice conferencing, mobile, backup, desktop, remote. Yeah. So
Hmm.
tech wise, they're into everything. But one thing I'm surprised they're not into
What's that?
robotics,
I know.
right? I mean, a company that has this type of technology stack should
Yeah,
definitely be
there's a
offering.
story there. There is. Yeah, and it's only 44 million in revenue in 2024 according to this. That seems a little light to me, but could be wrong.
Wow, for 19 locations?
Yeah, right? So that doesn't
Yeah, that's like.
yeah. Mm,
So
mm.
so they're in Albany, Buffalo,
Yeah,
Boston.
it's interesting you say that about robotics because what we ran into a couple of dealers that quote unquote, well, at least have mentioned offering robotics. Not that that has been
Yes,
confirmed.
sir. We actually came up with a dealer who's has robots on their website
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sale.
yeah. It was interesting, very interesting. And you know what? That 44.1 million does come from ENX.
From where?
ENX, they do their once a year. They do the
Yeah,
dealer
yeah, got it,
profiles,
got it, got it. Yeah.
which the revenue is reported by the dealership. So I'm not saying
Right.
round up from 30 to 44. But anyway, wow,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've got something on one of these computers last year for the revenue of all the dealers.
oh, yeah, I got one suit, but I don't.
Um, oh, Megan, this is yeah, this was just for megas. They're not in the mega.
Right.
classification.
No.
Mega is 100 million and up,
Right.
which is UBO, TGI, RJ Young, Novatech, Loeffler, Impact, Gordon Flesh, Atlantic, Applied, All Copy Products,
PO,
POA, Marco,
POA.
Flex, and Dex at the top. I should have the other list, but doesn't seem like it's readily available.
Right.
So one of the other
Mm.
things I wanted to cover is Canon released some new A3 machines. They call them their new, they call it their image force devices. Isn't that interesting how you've got BizHub, you've got Rico still has Officio. Kyocera has the strangest name of all is Task Alpha,
Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
right?
Yeah.
And then Canon used to have Image Running and Image Runner, and now they're Image Force.
Well, at least they're consistent.
Oh, and what's the one for Toshiba?
I don't remember.
Studio, E Studio.
The E Studios. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, interesting. So it seems like they released a 51 page a minute A3 and a Force C 5100. I can only assume that
Color.
the print speed is in the model number,
Hmm.
the image force 61, which are A3s, and they're building on success of the C60 7165. Here they go. The image force series offers print speeds of, this is the 5100, 40, 50, 60, and 70.
Mm.
That's color. And the
Wow.
image force 61, there's no C, is 55, 60, and 70, which gets us back to one box for multiple speeds.
Hmm. Yeah.
But it mentions nothing about a speed license, mentions nothing about a subscription service. Um,
Do you mention that because you've heard it, or you just mention it because it's not there?
because it's not there.
Okay.
And my thing about the industry is we don't need
Right.
we need cut
One
aside from
box.
production, get rid of production, just not get rid of production, but put production on the side.
Hmm.
We need one A3 device and one A4 device. They can both do color and black. It's up to the dealer if they want to turn it on or turn it off. You can sell the license to the client.
Mm.
They could start out with black, move the color with a license, right? Or a
Hmm.
subscription service. And then they could also change the speeds with a subscription service.
Yeah.
And
Well, it'd just be a software switch, you know?
pardon?
It would just be a software switch.
Correct.
Wouldn't even need to be a screwdriver or anything.
Correct. Right. And think of it having a an annual subscription where they have to renew it.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I hey,
I don't.
we go back to you're starting out with a brand new company, right? They don't know what they're people still print, but we know they don't print as much as they used to.
Hmm.
But you got a brand new company, they're opening their doors, they want to grow, and basically all they can budget right now is a 30 page a minute machine. All of a sudden that print volume grows, right? And grows.
Yeah. Keep going.
All right. So, the old adage in the industry was, okay, if your volume gets too high, you need to upgrade to another device. Well, we know that's not the case anymore. If you're making the same box to cover 5 different speeds, that box can do up to the maximum volume.
Right.
Do you follow me on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It's physically, it's engineered to be able to do it.
That is absolutely
So the
correct.
the speed is just a marketecture. It's just marketing.
That's correct.
Yeah. Or
That's correct.
market segmentation. And they must believe someone
So, so the
that
first question is,
listen.
A, why do we put, if you go to these websites, they put average monthly volume, max monthly volume for the 30, the 40, the 50, and the 60, but it's the same damn machine.
Well, the faster it is, the more volume it's going to do.
Well, yeah, right. But we
In
know,
theory,
I
yeah.
know that
Calculated.
that machine, it's the same. Again, I hate
It
to keep
is.
repeating myself. It's the same freaking box.
It
So
is.
why not offer a license to the dealer, to the client? As that customer grows, they can change, they can add the
Well,
speed.
so would that be a pass through from the OEM to the dealer to the end user, the ultimate customer?
If
You know,
the
it
dealer
might
would buy
be
it, dealer would buy it
right.
from either a subscription or an annual fee from the manufacturer.
Hmm.
The dealer would then have the ability to sell it outright or do a subscription fee, and it renews
Very
each year.
interesting. How about if they start out at 60 page per minute and want to go back down to 30 page?
Oh, well, so that's interesting, right?
Mhm.
So so I don't see anybody who would ever want to go slower.
Right.
However, there's features in the print driver
Hmm.
that if you print on different medias, thicker stock, gloss stock, coated stock, the
Hmm.
machine actually slows down.
Well, it has to. Yeah.
It has to, right?
Hmm.
So to answer your question, yeah, hardly anybody's ever going to want a slower machine. But if they did want slower because they were doing more intense graphics, the capability is in the machine through the printer driver to slow the machine.
Right. Right. So if I up it to 60 pages per minute, but the color thing going through it and the stock is going to ask the machine to slow down, that's for print quality.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
But the other feature that I would have liked to have seen in this is a variable speed. And
What's
that can be a license.
um, well, I know you've been talking about it, but I don't think anyone up there's listening.
I don't think they're listening as well.
It's still the same old ratchet wrenches and screwdrivers. I mean, I'm just this is just
It's
me
the same old
talking.
90s
It's the
mentality.
same. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 1990 or 1980. They
No,
don't. It doesn't change.
no, no.
But well, let me ask you this, all right? Because I really don't keep that. But have you seen an increase or a decrease in the number of models? Because wasn't there a time just a couple years ago when they all released a slew of like, what the hell? What?
So right now, I'll give you for an instance on a Rico website,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? If you go to Rico config,
And I like Rico, but what do they got?
well, they now post all their G models. So
Gee.
G models are government models.
Oh,
So those are models that are made basically manufactured in Japan, not in
oh,
China,
got it, got it. Okay, okay.
right? So municipalities, state agencies,
Sled.
federal agencies have to get the G models.
Just out of curiosity, Art, can anyone get a G model? Like a private corporation?
Well,
I
I
would
know
assume
from time
so.
to time, yeah, I mean, if you have them in stock, you can sell them to anybody.
Right. Is it what's the difference in price?
Um, I don't know.
Or okay, okay.
I there probably is somewhat of a difference in price because the manufacturing in Japan is more than the manufacturing in
It's probably
the
more
Far
expensive.
East.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a little bit more cost to that, but usually when you're selling a G model, you're going off GSA
Right.
contract pricing. And I know that some of the GPOs that the manufacturers offer here in the States are less than the GSA pricing, right?
Yeah.
So let's go G models for Rico.
Yeah, how many?
One, one, two, three. Well, model numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the G. No, 6, 7, 8. Screw that. I'm going to count all of them that are current. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 21, 22 in color.
So
All
wait
right.
a minute. Wait. You're sure the 22 different models for color?
You want to see them?
I believe you. Can't believe I believe you.
Hold on.
Why would you do that? I didn't know it was that bad, Art. You sure?
You ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
You can see them, right?
No, not yet.
Tell me yes.
No.
You can't see them?
Oh yeah, there they are. Yep.
All right. This is color 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22.
Oh, okay. That includes some A4s, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Black and white 3, 6, 9, 10 in MFPs. Count them up 30, 32 models. And that was when it was it 2 months ago they released their new SD series. And I will tell you one thing: the SD series,
Mm-hmm.
they're 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 very popular.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, because basically you can scan almost any type of original,
Right. That's with the new scanners, right?
driver's licenses, health cards,
Hey,
odd size originals.
I saw a Ricoh scanner. I was watching some I don't even know what show it is. I was watching some show and the commercial was for a Ricoh scanner that scans baseball cards. So I didn't know that baseball cards was such a big deal, but it is. All
Really?
right. Yep. And they were at this conference where everyone's baseball card collectors are everywhere. And people were putting their collection, giving it to this guy, and there were one of these on almost every single table. So everybody had one of these, and you put the stack of cards, the baseball cards on it, and scanning, just scanned them all in real fast, double
Really?
sided. Yep. So and
Oh
these guys,
wow.
it was pretty cool, Art, because these guys needed it because I want to know how much this is worth, right? So they scan in a chunk that much, but they all come up. They've been whatever, high quality, and then the system can tell how much that card is worth.
Ah, forget
So,
about the worth.
well, yeah,
How
but
about generating your own stats?
ooh, holy shit! I mean, holy cow!
Plug AI into it.
It was I believe
Give it
the
give it the whole PDF document,
oh, it'll
and it'll rip through every player.
dude. You should have seen how fast it was going too. It's wow, and it was the document feeder had the little scaler thingy. Yeah, find out what I saw. It said Rico, and actually it was a Rico commercial. I forget what it was for. It might have been for a baseball game, whatever. But
Yeah, you have to send it to me.
oh, it was
That
on
would actually make
TV.
some good blog content.
All right.
And before we get into AI,
Yeah.
Caton had a press release.
Oh, what are our boys over at Keton doing?
Their Arivia
Arrivia.
is proud to announce a release of 2025 Environmental, Social, and Governance Overview Report for Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
Is it
Report highlights Caton's continued dedication to the circular economy, ethical operations, and providing exceptional products and services. It outlines the company's strategy, goals, and progress across the ESG areas, including waste reduction, employee well-being, development and innovation, sustainability, and
employee
product design.
well-being? Hmm.
Pardon?
Employee well-being.
Employee well-being.
So
Yes.
that's a checkbox for them to obtain that certification. Interesting. Like the employees that build the machine or the employees that use the product.
Probably the end users,
I'm just being spicy. Okay, well, that's cool.
right?
I think I
So,
saw Kyocera's on the cover of Time or something like that because of
oh,
their
really?
ESG baloney and Europe. Uh,
Now I've got something in here. Toshiba's Deborah Ann Kellogg won a Stevie Award.
I saw that. Wait a minute.
So they
A
they seem to
Stevie
win.
Award? What's
Somebody at
that?
Toshiba seems every year to win a Stevie Award.
They got a big marketing budget.
Yeah, I guess so. So
What is the Stevie
before we
Award?
spoke a little
What
about go
Mark?
ahead.
What's the Stevie Award?
Uh,
Heard of it, but I don't remember what it is.
Stevie Awards for great employers, where great employers recognize the world's best. For great employers, recognize the world's best employers and the human resource professionals, teams, achievements, and HR related products and suppliers who help to create and drive great workplaces.
All right. It's an HR award.
Yeah, more than 100 professionals from around the world participated in the judging process during this year's honorees.
Okay. Well, then there's no payoffs or anything. It's not a real, it's an award,
Yeah, I
like an
guess they don't
academy
get
or
any
whatever.
money for it.
No. So you're not paying to get sponsors. You're not sponsoring
No,
the
you're not
award.
paying for it.
Right, right, right. Okay.
Interesting.
Mm, HR. They are not your friend.
Anything else with
Yeah,
yeah,
what's going
just
on?
what you said. Xerox workers want early nod for 9.1 million in class wages deal.
13 years. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh, here's
interesting.
something. Here's
Yeah,
something
yeah. What do you
that
got?
would float your boat. Return to office mandates are heating up again, and well-known companies like Starbucks, Target, and Google in the past month ordering employees to increase their time in the office.
Hmm. Yeah,
Some
yeah.
have initiated voluntary exit programs for those that would rather not. Hybrid work arrangements remain common and integral to the current workplace. However, with office operators investing in collaboration technologies that can effectively facilitate flexible work and engagement between employees.
Mm,
So there's a whole big article on that. I
that's a
just
big
thought
word.
that
Yep.
was
There.
unique since we're still not 100% past COVID.
No. Well, nobody. No one's. This has nothing to do with COVID. These are more layoffs that they don't have to lay people off. That's all. They were bloated. Google was bloated. Starbucks, the new owner over there, is slashing and burning. Yeah, he's the dude who says, "Yeah, you gotta come back," but he lives in Newport Beach and commutes weekly up to Seattle
Right.
in his jet because Newport is just what 2-3 miles away from John Wayne. But it probably takes a limo over and jets up. Not that
So,
I mean, I would do it, but
right. So what do you got with AI?
uh well, I'll tell you what, Art. So OpenAI released their agent. Um,
Now help me out. I'm a novice. What
okay.
is an agent?
I'm glad you asked me that because I really don't know, but I nah. So the standard party is an agent is a the easiest way just to explain it to someone, although I'm not giving it enough credit, it's another piece of software that will go out and do stuff for you, right? All you do is give it a project and it quote goes off. So it can go to your email, your Google, the internet all on its own. It's right. So you can set up a project and a research project or and I hate when people use this example, but I need to get a trip to Orlando. So take care of it for me. And it will go out and look at the tickets, the airlines, the reservations, go out to all these sites and conceivably, not that it's doing it, but make the reservations, confirm everything, and get you set up. That's what an agent does.
So is an agent something you buy
It it's
or
something
or
you
you create it?
you got good one, Art. Yeah, you create it. Now, what I'm saying when OpenAI gives their users that ability, right? But this is what I love about it. There must have because it in the last year there's been agents have been available through an API, through developers. So for like 12 or 15, a few months here, there have been companies that have been bringing product to market that are nothing more than an agent. that they developed, right? And now with OpenAI bringing out their agent function, it wipes that cottage industry out. This happens all, they did it with custom GPTs. This happens.
Oh,
So,
holy crap.
yeah, yeah,
I just wanted to create me an agent.
yeah.
Sure. Could you clarify what type of agent you'd like me to create?
I think we got it last night, Art. It was announced last week, and it's been a slow rollout. And they just came, me and a bunch of other guys last night. I have not played with it, but I will. I will.
So what I'm
Um,
looking at is brand new.
yes, brand spanking new.
Really?
Yep. So this weekend,
And that's only with the pay version.
well, as far as I know, I believe they do have a free version, or a version for the free users. There's this whole thing about different tokens and limits and things that I haven't looked at yet. Um, we're on team, so I don't know what that means. The only level above us is pro, and that's $200 a month or something. Not not stupid. That number honestly is starting to look smaller and smaller the more things develop, because what's happening, Art, is all the applications are going away because this agent, do you know what it can do? It can build spreadsheets and not PowerPoints, but slide decks all on its own.
Oh, you could actually make this into a chatbot script for your
Yep.
website.
Yep. Yeah. You know how many businesses have been established that they will create a chatbot for your website for you. Just pay us. You don't have to see what I'm saying? This each increment is blowing away standard applications. But the spreadsheet and the PowerPoint, that's huge. No more Excel, no more PowerPoint because it's in the AI. It's just the beginning. From what I understand, it already connects to Google Mail and all sorts of stuff, but you can connect it all out. So when it goes and does these projects for you, it looks at everything, does it on its own. This is what I hear, all right? And then you can have agents working with other agents.
Okay.
So you can have an AI agent. We're just talking about AI. That whole industry is about ready to go away because that's all just regs and events and stuff like that that your AI agents can do. All that stuff. Even down to the exit interviews or the orientations or revamp the employee manual, all that stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Marketing, same thing. Put together a marketing plan or a marketing program between now and the end of the year to promote my widget in all three platforms, whatever you want to do. Boom, 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 boom.
So, so interesting. So it says here how you can use this agent. Manual version. You run targeted searches. LinkedIn, Crunchbase, TechCrunch, Robotics Expos, and use this agent criteria and outreach script. So, I mean, automated version, hook into web search APIs, Crunch. Okay, that part I understand. You need something else, but I don't understand how does the manual.
I don't know. I don't know it either. So
Hold on. I just told it to run manual for LinkedIn.
wow, I don't know what you did. I don't know what that means. So I guess you have to be logged into LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, you got to use the LinkedIn search bar and use these Boolean. Is that how you pronounce it?
Boolean, yep. If then else.
Strings to find humanoid robotic companies or decision makers. So the agent is just that. It's more of a AI travel agent.
It's your agent, your talent agent, your food service agent, your secret agent,
Oh, secret agent.
your 007 works with 008 and 009.
How about Maxwell Smart?
Would you believe? Nobody knows who that is, Art. Nobody.
There's got to be a few of us left, right?
Well, I don't know. They're dropping like flies.
Well, the
Jeez,
cone
oh
of
Pete.
silence.
The umbrella of silence. When he went to Great
Was
Britain,
it umbrella or was it
no,
cone?
no, no. It was a cone, the cone of silence. But then when he went to the smart office location in London, it was the umbrella of silence. Why I remember that, I have no idea. The shoe
Yeah, I
cone.
mentioned, funny you mentioned umbrella because now that brings up the Umbrella Corporation. Always
Under
comes back to sci-fi.
yes, it does. Now they were under Detroit, by the way, the Umbrella Corporation.
All right, let's
So
go
yeah, that was the
back,
big one. The agent came out.
right?
Um, there's well, boy, the big chat for the last couple of weeks has really been, people are saying it's going to replace 60% of the jobs, and it's not like you hear it once or twice from the same person. You hear it multiple people. Now these guys are in the AI field, but you look at it, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, Microsoft laid off 20,000. IBM hit them with a double digit, and these are programmers because AI's do it. Salesforce dude was a week or two ago said 50% of its programming is being done by AI. That's Salesforce. So all these companies that were huge in terms of headcount are just slashing and burning because now they're saying it's because of AI.
Right.
You never know.
But
Um,
you've got to believe that this is going to open up so many more opportunities.
well, yeah, but what kind of opportunities do you think, Art? I mean, there's no wrong answer, but that is what everyone's trying to figure out. It's like, okay, because every other evolution, yeah, we wiped out all the loom operators, or no, the printing press, right? All the scribes are out of business, but then the guys who did the actual pressing, that became
All
an
right.
occupation, right? Um, you know, the wiped out all the horses, so you didn't need buggy manufacturers, poop scoopers, all
But you
that.
needed
But
cars
cars and
and everything that goes
service
along with
technicians,
cars.
yep, all of that, right? So that I understand the logic. I just don't know because this one is hammering like automobiles, one segment, huge segment, looms,
All right. So
fabrics.
so let's go to um horses, cars, right? AI, LLMs,
Mm-hmm.
robots.
Well, yeah. Well, the embodied
It,
AI.
if there's going to be how many robots did you say by
Yeah, what was that?
2035?
That was quite a few actually. Let me call up the
1.6
no, I don't know. I think it was
billion?
yeah, 1.3 million.
All
Now these are 1.3 million humanoids.
right. So which is completely different. Right. So the service and support on 1.3 billion is going to be absolutely
Huge.
incredible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's just in 10 years, 2035. And that's just the humanoids, the bipedals and things like that. And the guy who made Bernard Marr, who we know, there have been more aggressive predictions by people who are making the robot. Obviously, they're going to be more optimistic, but they're saying in the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to see them everywhere. Not maybe 1.3 million, because that looks like 1.3 million looks like a robot in every garage almost. Or I could be wrong, but in that range, right? And that's humanoids. So anything between the robots that are bolted to the ground and a bipedal humanoid, there's going to be a lot more of those too. B2B, robotic, and I'm just going to call them things because I don't know what they're going to be. But because the humanoids, they're really looking seriously. Your family's going to have a humanoid.
Yeah.
If you have a vacuum cleaner, you're going to have a humanoid. If you have a car, you know what I mean. It's the same thing. You're going to have a humanoid. So, and I
Hey,
know we've talked about it, but yeah, go
we
ahead, Art.
saw last week that there's a company in Texas who's got a humanoid for $16,000.
Oh, that's yeah,
I mean, 16,000, that's not a lot. That's less than a car.
that's less than a car.
And think of, they're not there yet, but I've read as this company keeps advancing their technology, you know, you can have one in your house. It can do your wash. It can wash the floors. It can kick the cat out at night or walk the dog.
No, that
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
imagine your humanoid walking a dog
Or everyone's dog. You know,
or everyone's dog.
12 dogs on each arm. So speaking of robots, I was on a session this morning, or was it yesterday? I forget. It's all a blur. China, China. Actually, the session was about EVs in China. So
Right.
I grew up outside Detroit. Our elementary school field trips were automotive plants. So I thought everyone did it. I guess not. Anyway, and I've known this, and the chairman of Ford has known this. The Chinese EV cars are light years ahead of anything we've seen over here in what they do and how they do it and the cost. You're down to 13 grand, right? 4,450 miles in the battery. And I don't know if you've seen them, but you sit in it and you don't have to push any buttons. It knows it's you. It goes, they steer sideways. They've got advanced, mechanical stuff, advanced suspension systems. They'll go over. I think they showed an Audi going down with steps and one of their cars going down steps. The Audi isn't bad, but it bounces. Their electric car does not bounce because it's smart and it has all the whatever. The suspension system is smart enough to just go down smooth. And they look hot and they're fast. They're cool looking. Um, if they ever get to the U.S., they'll destroy whatever auto market is left. It won't make a difference anymore because they're that good looking and that they're fun.
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
know if that's ever going to happen.
it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like it's going to be a man-made barrier because right now it's like 150% or whatever, or if at all. But all it would take is the wrong person in the White House to say, "Sure, yeah, let your balloon fly over our country. We don't care," you know. And I don't like China because they monitor everything in the car. All right,
Right.
your heartbeat, what you're doing, your emotional state, your conversations, everything.
Yeah.
And I know you and I know this, and people of a certain age know that the Chinese are still communists. All right, their global mission is antithesis to capitalism. So that's their long, they want to be the world dominating influence, and it doesn't include capitalism.
Right.
People forget
Well,
that. So, so that was
somebody
a
needs to
downer.
step up their game.
I was just going to say that. It's like, and then the people on the call were like, "Oh, we're too far behind." We're not gonna, no, 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 no. All we got to
You're
do
never
is what we
too far
do.
behind.
Especially us, and it's what really makes me mad is that's our tech. They stole it. I don't care what anyone says. They stole it. They imitated it. And then they made it better, but they stole it. And it's like, well, these tariffs are terrible. Here we go. All right, these tariffs are terrible. No, they're not. If you go to do business in China, you have to give China 50% of that business. Anything that's developed
And
there
you have to
is
give them your
theirs.
information.
That's the key. So Apple has many plants over there. What the hell did they give China? Because it's their tech. And that's the stuff that's in the agreement. What's the stuff they steal at night? So, no, I don't like them. I don't like the business model. And this is formed in the last 12 months because of my project over in Taiwan. So I get to hear all this strange stuff.
Right.
And it's not they it's totally different than what you and I or every other American is used to. Period. So whenever I see a puff piece, like they're beautiful dams and they're wonderful skyscrapers and they're cool cars and those robots that were walking around Austin and DC and Philadelphia in the
Yeah.
streets, those are Chinese robots.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
walking the streets. It's like, oh, they're cute and cuddly. If I were to make a robot that was going to take over a country, I'd make it cute and cuddly too. Not going to make it look like the Terminator. Anyway,
Or like a
there's my
puppy
rip.
dog.
Yeah, well, then they're dogs. Holy moly. Those dogs with guns and all it's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, it's weird that we are just talking about it yesterday. And it's just, it's AI on a robot. That's a big deal. It's the economics, it's the political, it's the geopolitical. It's they're talking universal um basic income. because the AI is going to take everyone's job. But what are you going to do? Guess we're going to have to give everyone money, which, yeah, if you'd have said that 2 years ago, everyone would laugh at you. Now everyone's going, how are we going to do that? They're at that mode going, how can we do that? Not as they'll never do that. I don't know, but it's a great time to be, Art. That's why I say right now for our channel, jump on now. Get in. If it's only going to last 10 years, it'll last longer, but get in. That's another thing, Art. Here, you got me going. With AI, you and I are very, very fortunate to have gotten into the LLMs when we did because people are just getting in now and they're two
Right.
years behind us, right? I go talk to someone about Celeste. They Their heads explode. What do you mean? Yeah, it talks to you, ask it anything. And you saw it. We did
Yeah,
it.
you mean I can interact with AI
Yeah,
for my sales knowledge? Well, yeah, you can.
right. It's
I can do role playing with Celeste. Yeah, you can. So
I'm not a brainiac. You're not a brainiac, but we
no,
did this. And what I love about it, and that's what's very unique about AI, right? Celeste is ours. She's got knowledge that only we had, and we gave it to her. So, but that's nice and unique, but it could be for everyone, right? If you're a sales rep in Philadelphia, if you've been in the sales for 40 years, 20 years, 10 years, you've got experiences that you could input into your AI, and that's yours.
yes, it
That
is.
that's yours, and you've made it yours.
So it's interesting. Now it comes interesting. That transfer of knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
is that now worth something? Since I've been using my knowledge from what I've garnered in the last 25 years of writing content into AI.
25, 75 years, whatever. Yes. So
Is
yeah, it
that
doesn't.
is that something I can sell or I could sell or I would want to sell?
Well, I would say yes, but look at the existing analog version of that is a consultant.
Correct.
So a consultant would have his or her 20, 30 years of experience. Okay.
Right, but it's
Which
all in analog. Or it's
and and it's just his, which means everything is from his, and I hate to say it, everyone is from that consultant's point of view. All of his solutions come from his and his alone. With AI, and you know this, Celeste can call up Gap, strategic selling, all the different sales programs that are publicly available. She has access to, and the results of, and case studies of. All right. So not only does the Art and Greg knowledge base been input there from our unique perspective, our unique history, it's also aligned with or matches to whatever, if you and I are talking about an enterprise account as a case study that we sold. It took us 12 months to close. It was 400 machines and 52 people were involved in the conversation.
right.
That's great, right? That's great. And then also, Celeste has consumed other use cases in strategic selling. She knows the four influences, the four buying influences. She knows the red flags, the whole protocols of strategic selling, and then take our enterprise because strategic selling is enterprise sales. Take our experiences, and the next person that asks her about a strategic sale, I mean a large enterprise sale, she'll
Yeah.
have all that knowledge to make a suggestion on how to approach. So not only did you get our heads, get all the other heads before us. It's and this is the gold. Say you don't like strategic selling, don't incorporate it, right? As an individual, we get to cater and design our own way to learn at first, but then, as you know, Celeste learns and comes up with all these other ideas.
Yes, it
So
does.
it's this is the end of sales training because everyone's sales trainer will be their sales trainer and understand their idiosyncrasies. You won't be a sales trainer taking all these teams of salespeople and shoving them into his box.
Right.
You create the world as opposed to the world hitting you. That's a huge concept, and
Yeah.
it,
I, excuse me. I can't wait to show Celeste at our Twin Converge meeting.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. She's still
That
learning.
is going to be a blast.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna set her on. I That's why I want to do this agent thing. I mean, I can set something up and she'll go out and study for 3 days, from robotics to AI to how, all that stuff works for a small business in Indianapolis with three
Right.
with three copiers, right? Or a
Yeah.
multinational based in New York City with, locations in the Western Hemisphere. It's mind blowing.
Let's see, August, September, October. It's only 100 days away
Yeah.
to converge in Tampa for us.
100 days in AI is like 4 years.
But I'm looking forward to our converge in Tampa.
Well, it's going to be great. So we've got the robots we're going to show off, and then the Celeste session.
That's
The
correct.
attendees can come in. We're going to work with Celeste,
Right.
and well, all right.
And
I'm going to plug Twain for a second here, because up until 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, I only knew them as that scanner thing,
right.
right? Well, this is what I like about small organizations that don't have big hierarchies. They've now looked at, know what they did well. They created a standard for Twain scanning, cameras picked it up, blah, 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 blah. Now they're thinking about robots, not thinking. They're jumping on how we got to standardize some sort of something
We're
something
introduced.
that will do the same thing Twain did for scanners for robots, which I will guarantee 12 months ago they didn't even think about that. That probably never even crossed their mind. But now, they're small enough and agile enough to do it, which that even blows my mind. So yeah, that's what, November, and I
Yeah.
think we have a I think we've got a web thing coming up between now and then. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Such a blur. Um, Other than that, Art, I don't think. I mean, there's a lot going on with AI, but yeah, the jobs, the agent upgrade. Oh, Chat GPT 5 should hit in August,
Wow.
and again, it's probably going to blow away a lot. I mean, that's what they do. That's what I knew they were going to do it, but they every release envelopes more and more stuff. I don't know. Did you see the interface on the agent? It says spreadsheets and presentations. It's right there on, Excel and PowerPoint. No longer. Don't need it. Don't need it. Take your $20 a month, pay ChatGPT to do it. Okay. Canvas is already taking the place of Word. What
Yes, it
else is,
is.
next it'll be, all right, Gmail, just go to your OpenAI mail. It's the way it's going to go. Every application is going to be inside AI. AI is not going to be inside every
Crazy
application.
times.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Are we banging up against the time there, Art?
Yeah, we're getting close. Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
we're at 4:54, and probably going to cut it short today. 6 minutes short. What's 6 minutes, right?
Well, you can do a lot of things in 6 minutes.
So next week, we're going to be on next week,
Yeah.
which is going to be, so that's going to be August now, right?
Holy crap. Yeah, it's
I
August.
and you asked me
Jeez.
last week how many shows.
Yeah, how many? Yeah.
I think that's going to be our number 73. And you know what? I should have never used Roman numerals for the shows.
No, now you have to.
Well, yeah. Once I get past 50, it's like okay.
You got this thing called Chat GPT.
Oh, I use it. Yeah, all the time.
It still speaks Roman. You can probably do it in Latin. No one speaks Latin.
Hey,
Yeah,
just give me Roman numerals for show 75.
that's cool.
So
Um,
75 shows in. We appreciate everybody who listens,
oh
everybody who
yeah,
tunes in.
well, this is
Right.
fun.
We'll be on next Friday. We're on every Friday at 4 p.m. It's Ask Us Anything. Today, basically, it's a Friday, and we know that Fridays in the summer is
In the summer, yeah.
it's tough for a lot of people. But there's two dedicated dudes up here that love to talk technology. We love to share our knowledge. And isn't that what it's all about? I mean, sharing knowledge and helping us all get better,
That's what it comes down
especially
to.
if you're in sales,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So
Tough
we want to
world.
like everybody to like, follow, share. We'll see you next week. And next week, we're going to talk about something pretty interesting. And that's going to be from our buddy, Jesse,
Oh.
who's got this really cool copier quote technology for
Oh yeah.
copier dealers.
Cool.
And we're going to even try and have him on and show you some really cool things that you can do with it.
Perfect.
Otherwise, Greg,
Yep.
always have fun. Everybody,
Perfect.
we'll see you next week.